So remember I was telling you guys about a deck that I put together at the beginning of the season before I got to pro rank and it didn't work out? I was trying to do something with Ale of Ancestors and Falibor with War Elephant and all that, but I decided to go a little bit more serious and see if I can make something that's relatively competitive with Ancestors of Ale and some of the inspired tags within a Siege deck. You guys have been asking me to play Stockpile, so I figured I'd revisit this, and I finally got it to a place where I think I like it, and we'll go through it. So, Stockpile spawns a volunteer on an allied row, then reduces the cooldown of each non-neutral unit on that row by 1, charges 3. Okay? So, we have a lot of things with cooldown, like Dandelion, Black Rayla, the Caraballistas, Griffin Witchers, Reinforced Ballistas, etc., right? So, we have really good things for that. We can get a lot of value out of it. The Ale of Ancestors has resilience, so it can help us keep some of the siege engines alive going into the following round, or things that are otherwise vulnerable, like the Onager that I typically don't play because it's really easy to remove, at 4 base power for 6 cost. It's expensive. Ale also helps us keep Dandelion inspired so that we can get, at the end of your turn, boost the top unit in your deck by 1. A lot of people are running Muted Generator. It's really cool when it works. It's pretty slow when it doesn't. This is kind of like my own Muted Generator, but stuffed into a unit. So it's a lot of fun. You could split it up a little bit if you want, but typically I just throw it onto one unit because I don't care. You know what I mean? It's carryover, so we try. And Black Rayla, when she's inspired, she gets damage 2 instead of damage 1. So to have her inspired off of whether it be Crystal Skull or Ale of Ancestors, if she gets locked or damaged, we have Vile, we have Mahakam Ale. Same goes for the Dandelion play. Really cool stuff. Something I want to mention though is that Onager, whenever you use an order, damage a random enemy unit by 1. So we have Ale of Ancestors that contributes to that. We have Dandelion, we have Rayla, we have like everything in the deck that's going to contribute to that. It's just really cool that Ale does, because we could use Ale defensively to boost this up if it's getting damaged, and we're still getting that random ping for it. So all in the meanwhile, while this whole thing's taking off, Hubert's in the deck somewhere losing counter. So he has 10 counter. When I use 10 order, he comes out of the deck. What I like about this deck specifically compared to a lot of siege decks out there or decks that run Hubert is that we can focus on getting him out in round 1 if we want, so that we could pull into everything else later. Whereas other decks, I find they have difficulty doing that. And then you're going into like a round 2 or round 3, you're pulling this in your hand, you're breaking your hand, you lose the game because of it. So I really like Hubert when you're playing into the whole Onager carryover inspired Ale round. And if you can win the round with that, which you'll see in the gameplay today, you can bleed in with Siege, keep things safe, keep things strong, and just wipe off everything they put on the board. Now, that's a cool combo. We also have Full Test Pride. It's going to just clean up Swarm, which is really important because a lot of Swarm decks are going off right now. So resupply. So when we play an actual Warfare card, it's going to be getting a little bit of a perk from that, right? So with this one here, it has a cooldown of 4, but if we put it crew, it has a cooldown of 2. So you can put it beside Rayla, or if Rayla's out, you can put it to the left of Rayla. If you have, let's say, a Siege Master in hand, that'll flip over, and then you've got your pocket. Otherwise, you'll have to put Full Test Pride down beside a soldier on the left, rip 1 leader charge so that you can get the crew pocket, so that when you use the order for the first time, it's a 2 cooldown. Okay, so you got a budget for that. I don't have a lot of soldiers in the deck besides 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Obviously, we got a lot of tokens here. We're spawning 5 when we have Radovid to give us 2 more. So I figured that would be more than enough. You're not always going to get the best Full Test Pride, but it's a removal seeker. And if it sticks, it sees a lot of points anyways, even if it's not the most optimal positioning. So think about it that way. Caraballista, really good resupply, which helps. We have a few Warfare cards in the deck, right? A couple here. I didn't want to go too crazy with it. In the past, I would put Amphibious, but I wanted to be able to pull my top end. In the past, I put Boiling Oils. I didn't have space and time, and I felt like with all the orders I have, I was killing things, and it wasn't as necessary to have the Boiling, because Black Rayla, 1 leader charge with Onager on the board is like 6 reach right there, you know what I mean? So it's not that big of a deal to put something like Boiling. You do get them off the winches though, right? You get the resupply off the bombardment, off the scenario, so you're looking pretty good with the Caraballistas. They're just a solid value. If they're crew, you get armor at the end of your turn, so if you can set that up, that's all the better, but you don't have to set that up. right? Reinforced Ballista, just more utility, more damage. Play it on the range where we get an extra point on the base power of it. Play it on melee, you can use it the same turn. Siege Masters are for consistency, and the Crew Pocket, we got the reducing of the cooldown, which is really sweet because if we're almost at a kill, we could finish that kill. Siege Master into Rayla is really cool too because that gives us like another, extra 4 points. So again, another turn of 6-point removal that you can do with a Rayla. And Vile for a pseudo thin if we get it if we're lucky. But honestly, I like playing this card from hand in this deck because we have reasons to want to keep things going. Ales, they synergize with the Ale of Ancestors, right? So when I'm infusing something and I'm then boosting it, I'm getting an extra 2. If I stack infusions on it, then it's going to go sky high. If it's a last save finisher, you could do it that way. Otherwise, I tend to split up the boosts. But the Mahakam Aelzer, if I'm playing into like a status deck or something that's going to have a lot of locks and it's going to give me a hard time to get value for my engines, we want to have those there. I have the Peller. Obviously, it's a defensive Purify, but it's mainly an offensive Purify. If they play Resilience, if they play a Defender, I want to be able to get to where I need to get so I can get rid of what I need to get rid of. So that was pretty much the case for that. If you don't want a Peller or you don't like 2 Ale, some considerations in the low end. I like having Envoy a lot when I play Dandelion because I can manipulate top deck a bit more. I didn't bother as much because Dandelion can boost Hubert if we're uncertain, if we're going to draw something later anyways. So that was sort of my backup plan in this case. But you can go Envoy, you can go Squirrel. There's a lot of good cards, right? If you really want to, you can go Siege Tower. They're also good. In the top end, you can look at Muzzle. I was looking at Muzzle. If you really want to, you can go Henselt, but you might need a bit more crew stuff going on in the deck because I only have 3 right now. So, you can go Demavend if you want. I don't think we need them. We see a lot of cards in this deck. So, just some things. And I'm looking at my experience today and, about a week ago. And it was really tough a week ago. I could not climb to pro rank with it, but I'm winning games and consecutive games. And it's feeling pretty good with this version. So, I'm going to stick with this one for now. Anyways, that's pretty much it. We'll get into the gameplay. I got 6 games with live commentary for reference, and I will catch you guys shortly in the next one. First up here we got Jackpot Syndicate. It's nice that we're on red coin. So we got 1 thinning here. We can go into this play. I don't have Ale, so I don't love 2 of these, but we'll hold them for now. Maybe just 1 of them, actually. That's a bit better. I need a Siege I can play that's not this one. I think we keep Vile so we can inspire 1 of 2. I'm thinking we put back Rayla for now. Let's start this up, and then I'm probably going to pivot to Dandelion here. We'll take Vile, and I guess we're going to go for Collector. Here, we'll do this first so the order warms up, and then we'll get the passive after. Man, there's really not a lot I can do here. At least it's that one. Yeah, on Horde, it's going to go crazy. It's just 5 turns to get rid of this one thing is not good. It's going to start healing itself soon. This won't. That's okay, we're hanging in there. Maybe it's one of these. What's nice is if I put down Full Test Pride, I can snipe it there. We'll do one of these. I'm going to have to reach a bit further, so I think we're going to go like this. And so we'll go that. I don't necessarily have to give these Zeal, so we'll just keep it. My order's at 1, so we get the 9 points next turn. I guess they know I'm pushing. They don't want that. Because they already took the thinning in the engines. I still think they can win the round. It's just going to take another gold card, I think. Or a pass here. And then we have to bleed in. What's nice is that Hubert goes to the range row, but you got to be careful when you're playing your siege round. Something to think about. That's crazy. I had Baron in the deck. I took him out. There he goes. I think we're going to have to do it this way so we can get rid of this guy. And then... That's not bad. We're just sinking for as much as possible at this point. And then we have the adrenaline on these, plus the ale. I was thinking that without boiling oil, I'd be in trouble, but it's actually not looking bad. So we know that this is my top card. Might as well just go for it. I don't necessarily want these bonded. What's nice is I can actually get the order out of this. But I don't really want to make anything lower than a 3. Kind of a mistake. So maybe we just let it go. You see? That would have been bad. I feel like at this point they're not even taking into consideration Dandelion because they're so stressed out about these ones. Yeah, and that. Now I can't really spend Rayla here. I suppose I could. I don't want to. If I do, though, I get to click. So we got lucky enough. What's it sitting at? 11? Not a bad way to carry it over. 12. And then I could just bleed in with Siege. Let's put this back for now. I've got the engines that I need. And I can go for ale into this later. Let's get everything warmed up, and then if they play non-interactive here, I'm going to go in for ale. We gotta kill these now. They actually helped me by playing Marquise to a 6. So now I can take this, and then we just... The thing is, I want to get the cooldown value, right? So let's forget about all the order stuff for now. And see if I can snag this back row. There you go. Actually, you know what? We're sort of in a important spot right here. Okay. I'm not sure if I should just heatwave this. Let me just play my ale. I don't have to win in 2. I just have to do what I gotta do, you know? So it looks like they missed Siggy. Last card's probably Yago. It's Yago because they're waiting. So then I just pass. Because I don't think I outpoint Yago. And then we just go short round 3 with Ale carry. And then Rayla for Ale, so we get it warmed up. And then we just got whatever we want. If I go in for Radovid, we can get extra charges for Rayla. Just wipe the board. You didn't have to spend that much. I guess it doesn't round. So what's left? Potentially Philippa. It's not always the case. We just got the perfect hand here. Literally God tier hand. And then I just pull for one of these or something. It's good. I'm contemplating if I want a Heatwave Candle, but I don't think I'm going to. I think we'll just wait. Okay, I don't think they can afford 7. This is probably going to be my Heatwave here. I'm not worried about overcrowding the row. Another cool play we could do is a finisher with Ale into her, you know what I mean, into an actual Mahakam, because we're getting the extra +4. But we could also just do the Reinforced Ballista and wipe it down. I want to make it look like we are having trouble to get this done, so bear with me here. Alright, we're just gonna go with the ale, just so I could show you guys what it does here. Look at that. I couldn't even finish. Alright, we got Nilfgaard, double cross coming up here next. We go first, which is not what I want to see, but it's reality. Okay, we can get some thinning out, which is cool. I'll put one of the carols back. We got 2 here, which is cool. And I've got enough sieges for later. I don't necessarily need winch right now. I think we could save winch. So I'm going to go ale round 1 probably. Let's put this back then too. Demand tall punish on the dandelion here. My top deck is Ballista. What's nice is I can just go Rayla into this, you know? That just looks like they want to pass quick. So for me, I'm thinking we go with something like this first. And then I try to get out the ale. Because I want to carry that over into round 2. It's going to be really one of my big chances to bleed, you know? They take a lock. I take an ale. I didn't feel like doing that, but kind of want to use it still. But see, you'd rather punish that than the Vilgeforts. That's fine. We might as well roll with it. I don't want to stay in too late just in case I get trapped here, but I have a lot of reach with these 2 next, just to thin out. I suppose I could do the Rayla thing. I guess we don't need to. So we got it up to 12, and we got this carryover as well. We got the carryover from the Ale. We can go into a pretty deep round 2, right? Because Ale off Rayla as an opener. Siege in the back. I can keep Winch for the Ballista and put back this, and this is going to be crazy. And then we just go for, like, Heatwave or something. Let's see. We obviously have to bleed. I just don't want them to get Siege. But then again, if they get Siege, they have to make a bunch of copies to make it work, so... I mean... It's probably Siege opener, just so they don't get it. We still get this infusion here, which is cool, so... Half my hand is trash. If they get Oniro, they already have a good top deck, so that's not that big of a deal. They still have to inspire Rayla. $14. It's probably just a heat wave, if I'm being honest. And then we don't have to waste points. I'm actually thinking I go Onagar next. Because I get the order click, and then we get all the orders. What did you give spying? That's not that big of a deal. We can kill that. Check us out. This is like such a cool combo that you can do with Onager. I don't usually play it anymore, but with Ale, it's kind of sweet. A cooldown for a winch would kind of hurt me, but obviously if they take a leader for a winch, it's not really a good leader, is it now? They get the assimilate procs if they do it that way, but it's fine. They don't have crew, so we're still waiting on long turns here, you know? I gotta start killing stuff. Let's see. This goes back. I could probably just do it this way. And then we could put this back. Look at all this damage, man. Thinking about playing in the front here. And then we just remove that. And then we could start using orders here. Just get rid of everything. Right? Just wipe it down. Rayla next. And then we start playing things on the range row. That's annoying. Kind of crowds me. Let's just do it that way. Onager's popping off, man. I just didn't want them to be able to either coup that or just keep, you know, doing what they do. So I just figured we make the space for ourselves here. It's about time you take that leader. Listen, we're not out of the woodworks yet, man. Things are still going to be tough. So let's get this online now. That's the best we could do. The next turn, oh, I'm going to cough. 1 second. Jeez. Next turn, I was going to say we can boost her up, but she's going to die. Oh, I guess they realized the value of the Onager. At least she sticks. So we get rid of this. This goes back. This, I think it just goes ranged because I can't use it. Actually, what I'll do is this. Then we'll give it Zeal. And we still got a decent round 3, you know. I got like the 1 leader charge I don't necessarily have to use right now. We got the full test pride, you know. It's not all bad. Let's try to kill 1. That's a miscalc. I mean, if I hit it, so be it. I'm just not going to be able to get this up to the... Jeez, man. It's not going to be inspired. 2254, 2 cards left. Here, we'll just go for this, honestly. Like, I don't really have anything to lose. I'm missing out on bare orders here, but whatever. It's probably just a 2-0 anyways. $50 points, 2 cards. They have to get pretty lucky. And listen, I beat them on blue coin, so you can't say it was luck of the coin pull, right? That was just crazy. All right, we have Arachas Swarm coming up here next. So I like the red coin. I might even just play Siege in round 1. We could put back an Ale. I think it is Siege in round 1. Yeah, because they swing with Hive Mind. I could do a lot of damage here if I just... And it's on range row too, so I get good value for the last one. I'd like to be able to win this round, but at the same time not have to spend any leader. If I can go in with like a bunch of charges for later, that'd be sweet. I might pivot to Ale, just so I have it for carryover round 2, better bleed. So I wish it would show you what order they selected. Okay, this is good. So let's do one like that, and then we'll winch it, because I think it's worth killing this. And then that'll just keep ticking. That's 2 of 4. So it's probably Stalker then Worker. Tatterwing? That's good to know. Do I care about the cooldown? Sure. Do they have enough to kill it? I guess they could take Spontaneous here. That's not that big of a deal. Let's go for the Ale play now. I just want to keep him going. I don't want to boost him more than once, because obviously we want to make sure that we get some value off. I guess he is infused, so it should unlock and then do... We'll see how it plays out. He's at 8 right now. How many orders do we need? It should just be... Yeah, it's down to a few. Let's try to get as much of this crap out of the way as we can. I think I'm going to do this, actually. Because I can kill this for free. You know what? It's Tatterwing, so I'm going to push. I get it back later. I got to keep that out of selection range, and then we'll go from here. So he's at 8 right now. If all is well, he should go to 15, right? Let's get rid of any sort of swarm payoff stuff here. Yeah, so it does work the way we wanted it to. This trebuchet is getting a lot of value. That's nuts. I'm just playing points for value now, so This goes here. This goes here. We keep it alive. We take 2 and 2. We go up 1. We take 1. They go up 1. If it's Tatterwing, I guess we'll see it. I don't have 20 points. Overall, I think it was pretty successful. We got Heatwave out of the way, Hivemind out of the way. Ardgeth 1 with Lara 2. Decree, Gale, Sire Quan. And we still got a few things to go ourselves here. I think I can put that back. I want to start digging deeper. Realistically, it's probably Dandelion here. We just take the boost. It goes on the Onager, that's fine. We pull the Onager. Okay, we have a crew pocket for this here. Most of what I'm doing wants to be played on ranged, except for this. And then we just pull Heatwave. That's probably the move. Let's do it like that. Pride dives would be terrible for me, but I haven't been seeing a lot of them. We're going to go basically 1, 2, I guess. I don't know. I think it's fine to just do it like this. Am I even going to get my chance to use Onager well, though? Maybe we just play Onager next and just start engineing it. I'm not sure if they held on to Ardgeth. Just probably stick to range for now. And that's the second selection, I'm pretty sure. That's 1, 2, yeah. So they kept it. If they're doing any sort of swarm payoff, we have to deal with this now. I actually don't even think I need to. Just do it like this. What do they discard? Spontaneous. So we go for the most points possible, which is 6. It's not like we can do anything here. A lacerate doesn't get them ahead. Morvid is strong. Morvid's probably not worth 22 plus, though. He's probably worth like 19. Yeah, I don't think more was enough. So they're just gonna rope me. Yeah, yeah. All right, we got Precision Strike coming up here next. Let's see what we can do here on blue coin. They might have resilience. Ale here is good. I don't necessarily need to use siege support in this round. Obviously, Hubert goes back. So what do they do to Rayla? If I can get Rayla Dandelion lined up on melee row, it's pretty crazy. Here, let's do it this way. I think they're just gonna thin and dip, so maybe it's maybe it's just starting off with this then. I don't think I actually want to take Dandelion in round 1 because I could use him on the bleed. I guess we're going to have to. Let's turn off the Skirmisher, see what we can do. What's my top deck? It's Radovid, that's perfect. And then we know we just have to do enough orders to get him out with this play. I'm thinking I actually go and winch it because they're going to try to kill him. And let's put points somewhere else, maybe not all in one thing. Nah, let's put them all in one thing. My adrenaline's going to be really nice, so. Goes to 4, we boost to 7. It's actually like a really sweet combo, you know? So they're playing Renfree. More than likely, right? That's cool. So the Peller is doing what I'm supposed to do here with the Peller. I feel bad putting everything onto one card, you know? Let's split it up a little bit here. And then it just goes. If I hit him, that'd be crazy. So Renfree here, maybe destroy 8 or less. Damage 6. Cooldown 8. They just want to sink points. Oh, okay, I see. 33-24. It's probably Radovid, just win the round. And so we got some carryover here, right? 2 and 2. And obviously this. We don't pull terribly either. This is nice. Okay. I've got this pocket set up. We've got 1 and 2. Yeah. I think I'm just going to stick with this and try to just run it up here. Let's go. And they're on cooldown too, which is perfect. That's not a big deal. If they hit that, it's annoying, but... Of course. Of course. So range is boost, but we need melee. Nah, let's just do it like this. I'll do it all in ranged. I just need my crew pocket, alright? I'm going to save 1 leader for round 3. What's the most points? Heatwave? Heatwave or Onager, actually. 3, 6. I gotta play out its hull punish range. Two, 1 and 1, I guess so. So 12 off the gang. This doesn't set yet. And then whatever this is. Great Oak. So now we're just trapped. We almost had it actually in 2, which is just like crazy. Can I do better? Nope. So they're going to kill 1. Yeah, Heatwave here would have been nice. Let's see, I don't know. I think it's an L. Yeah, so we get rid of a 6. We hit for 1. Lose by 3. Next up here we got Inspired Zeal, Northern Realms. So if they have a lot of control, it's going to be tough for me to obviously get some engines down, but we'll see what version they're playing soon. I think we go Ale in round 1 for Rayla, and we just try to like engine off the Onager and the Griffin Witcher and all that and see where it goes. And for that reason, I could probably put back a Caro. It's hard to say. I don't want to spend too many siege engines, but I do have some for later. There's 3 here. I'd like to have maybe 4 though. So that's actually not bad. If I can pull Dandelion, okay. At least I have Siege. I can pull Dandelion off my second. Oh, Nero. So I'm probably going to play this, and then they're going to duel it out, but it's worth a try. I'm thinking on Sayus. That's probably going to be for Radovid. Can't kill it, but we get the points. Now they're like, okay, listen, it's kind of a big deal. That's okay. Gotta see how far I could play in here. Siege and Temple on the 1 round. Do I just take my carryover then? Maybe we just boost him so we can actually get the order. Yeah, Onager here, it's about to go crazy. It's not going to be a round win for sure, but I want to save my Onager for that reason. What's my order at? It's at 4. Maybe we even try to hold that too. What's nice is that they wanted to use this badly, so they actually don't get the second one. So we pass on that specifically. And then we got these 2 out of the way, and I got a long round with my siege. If they try to bleed in with Demavend, though, at least I have some protection here. Peller's probably not going to be useful. Of course, we get what we need for it after. That's fine, because I have the other stuff here. A throw card's probably going to be a Siege Master. I'd like for it to be something else, though. Everything here is good, you know? So then that makes my Q to 2. It's a little late for Dandelion. That would assume we're playing a unit. I guess it would give them something to think about. Plus, we're getting the Onager value from it, so it's not actually that bad. We'll go Onager second, I think. Or should I just... Well, I can't really do anything about it. That's just stupid. That's like the most ridiculous thing I've seen all day. They're in a Draug. It's unfortunate that I don't have the pocket here, but there's not much I can do about it. I guess we're just gonna have to sit on a slow cooldown here and get the Caraballistas online. Oh, they don't understand how to use the card. Because you've got the pocket. Oh, I guess you don't. He's an aristocrat in this form. They've only got the one. This actually looks winnable. So the big thing for me here is taking this out. I could probably just take two here. And we'd remove that for sure. And then let's go here with this one. Because I have to remove this, they might winch it. Or this, they might winch it. They're both kind of bad. This is also bad. I don't want them to play more cards. So this is probably going to take a next turn Heat Wave. Okay, so we got to get this out of the way now. I want to see where I hit, though, with this, okay? Man, they're both bad. I guess. I got to start getting rid of these so they don't play more soldiers. So this can die. Put this back now. I'll see what they do to Dandelion. They might pivot. No, okay. It doesn't really matter what I click. I just want them to see me clicking something. Maybe I can snipe this. Until then, though, I'm going to split my damage up a little bit. This is like a really tough game. They're catching me. They're just catching me, man. Like, I'm doing. I feel like we're doing pretty much the best we can do with what we've got, you know? Yeah, it was a very uncomfortable game. All right, we got pincer maneuver as the. Oh, mobilization. I couldn't see it for a sec. Mobilization is the last game here. That's proof I play my games in order. One and two. I've got a really good round for Black Rayla. I think I'm going to keep things pretty much the way they are here. Except that's a little nicer. Okay. I'm thinking reverse. What's my top deck? Okay. We got to play it just slow for a second here, I think. Because I think what happens is if I float Rayla to go into Ale the turn after, then they're just going to Boiling Plus and kill it. So I have to float Rayla with a Vial and keep things going like that. I just sucks that I have to go first in this one because I think we would have been in a good spot. So are they just playing Mobilization Siege? Like a Rev Siege with Kedwenny? I mean, we could just, you know. I can't infuse it if it's locked. Let's just do it this way. Okay, so AA swinging. So far, they're not devotion, right? We know that. That's actually funny. So I think they're playing Muta Generator because the character text kind of strange. I guess they'll push it back. We'll lose it, but whatever. A winch for 1 point's not ideal. Did they what really? I have to use one, otherwise it's just too much value for them. I can't justify this. I'm sitting at 15 points on one. That's nuts. If they play here, I'm probably going to pass here. Actually, never mind. I guess we just play a bronze. I'm just going to go sky high with this thing. I think it's going to be funny. I want to see if I can get more than 20 points on it. He's at 18, so we're going to hit 19. Yeah, it's looking like a bleed, dude. We bleed in with Ale plus Siege plus a 20-point Siege engine plus... Technically is 20 unranged. I don't even have my follow-up here. We could pull one. Right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Four out of 11. Yes, sir. When he sees a 20 point, he's probably like, oh my god, bro. I used to play this all the time. I think it's so much fun. Redanian archers, if you can get them to stick, man, they're crazy. These with now Onager, we didn't have Onager back when I used to play it, but that would just be crazy. You could do like Onager, you could do Corvo, you could do these, like just do this whole assembly line behind a defender. It'd be kind of nuts, wouldn't it? I'm gonna have to kill the board. Just because I don't want them to leader that, you know? I've seen this one too many times before. Used to be my special, right? So then we just have to maintain with 40 points. That's a good heat wave. You definitely leader this. So is it possible for me to kill it? We need 9 damage. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not. Two. I guess I just play this, honestly. And then we leave. Well, yeah. Idarin. Okay, I think I'm still going to play. I don't think you do 50 on... Yeah.